how do you ensure that when somebody asks for a capability from your business, that you are either drawing the lines for them or you're digging further into understanding, is this a capability that should be an OMS or not? And then the following question is, if it's not, what's your response?
I did send a note to Chap a few days ago that, hey, when we're talking about OMS, what do you mean by OMS? I feel it's high time that we start breaking it down, as a Nextapple or a Walmart or Walgreens or what have you, and start talking about capabilities, because it really confuses the heck out of people, organizations, when you say that, hey, this is OMS, and then the ownership, then we talk about pods and teams, etc. A capability is a much better construct that we should attach ourselves to. To your question more specifically, though, when I do not look at those boundary conditions. I do not look at whether it's part of OMS or not. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter. What is the value that capability is going to unlock is the real question to ask and address, right? And then whether we should build that capability or buy it, right? I think that's how I think about it, and I encourage my folks, my teams, to align to that too. I mean, the role of the business is important. It's super important to, as Todd mentioned, that to bring them along on that journey, right? Whether you build it, buy it, doesn't matter, but they need to be a part of that sausage making. Now, the first thing is that is the business able to identify the problem clearly and put a value to it? Can the business help the technology, product, what have you, other teams articulate that aspect? The problem statement is clear, and the value that the solving the problem will unlock is clear. I think that's where business plays a really important role. Number two would be on the as you start, build, buy, doesn't matter again. As you start, developing that capability, then the business needs to be in the know of whether we are building to the specs and it is really hitting or addressing the problem, or is it tangential to it? So you don't want to surprise the business that, hey, we have this new amazing product, now you start using it. That never works, So it's important to bring them along. And then finally, once the product is close to the launch, then you need to have that sort of preparedness from the business side to continue using that tool and maintaining that platform or the capabilities that you have created or built or bought. They need to take ownership of that. Ultimately, it's the business running the show, right? Whether it's a sourcing or fulfillment, a control tower, transportation management, whatever. So I think those three pieces are super important where the business plays that role.